This is very interesting because almost all the cards, I mean, four of the six cards are major arcanas. So there are some life lessons that are being learned and in February. And I think that some of you, when it comes to love, there's definitely a situation. First of all, I feel like there is a challenge in terms of, huh. I guess the way I want to explain this is I feel like somebody is trying to possibly get pregnant, and there's some challenges in getting pregnant. But I'm being led to say to make sure you check out both parties. That's what I heard. But I'm being led first to the Fool here. This is very, for me, this is the beginning of the major arcana. It has to do with spontaneity, timing. This is definitely a new beginning, I'm getting a new lease on life. It's kind of very free spirited. I feel like this could even be somebody that you may run into, like you may meet in February. You may be traveling and you meet somebody. Now, this is the beginning, okay? And we also have a 1 here. So I feel like there is, and the 4 too, for me. The 4 represents structure, stability, foundation, the home, the family, new beginnings, which we have a 1 here. And so I have a feeling that for some of you may be walking away from a situation that, I guess I could say a person. And I feel like the reason is now that this could also be you and you being indecisive about a situation or a relationship. But I am also getting that for some of you, this is somebody else. And maybe you are walking away in February and they're not very happy about that, especially the Emperor here in reverse. This to me can be somebody, especially in reverse. They're not very happy, obviously. They can be over controlling, dominating, excessive. They're not very good at setting boundaries. They're not very supportive. So this is, I feel like in some aspect, you are releasing yourself from this because now there may be children involved, and maybe that's why there's this also, I'm picking up on indecisiveness. Do I have the strength or the courage to move away from this? But I think, in some aspects, like the challenge is that there are children involved, and maybe that's one of the challenges for some of you. I feel like because this is in my challenge position, this is more like, things in a relationship or in love aren't going the way that you thought that they would be. You're sad or maybe a little depressed or, the thing that I'm picking up is almost like there could be a person where they, at the beginning of the relationship, like they were like this, very childlike, very spirited, very different, willing to take risks. And I feel like in some aspect, with this being here, it's almost like this is in reverse. I feel like you're doing some inner contemplation or inner thinking or, of deciding like what you're going to do, because maybe this person, their true colors are more coming out, and they're more like this than like this. Now, for somebody, I'm hearing that love is in the air for you in February, and there's somebody new coming in. But I think because of some challenges or somebody from your past, or maybe even somebody that you've like known or been with since, I don't know, high school, or that something had ended, that you're the one that's more like this, where you're not really allowing anybody in. Because when I look at this and I combine these cards, and it's like the sun's in reverse, it's almost as if now, even though this is a water sign represented here, it can be the water side of you, where you are, see how he or she is focused like internally. It's almost like being so focused within themselves that they're not seeing the joy, the love, the happiness, the possibilities around. Because maybe you've gone through something difficult, or a relationship has ended, or maybe you're in the process of moving away from this person, and somebody new wants to come in, and you're just not sure if you're ready, if you have the strength. It's kind of like I hear somebody saying, let me first get through this part, or so this could be a separation or a breakup or a divorce or something. Let me get through this so I have then the strength to go through and possibly date somebody new. That's what I'm hearing. But I do feel that some of you are kind of frustrated. Maybe you feel like you were, in the past, or you don't want to appear foolish, or maybe you took a lot of risks and it didn't pan out for you. So even though love may be coming in February, you're like, that I just heard one. What is it? Oh, once bit, twice shy. I think that's a song. Is that once bit, twice shy? I don't know what that. Okay, I'm getting like John Bon Jovi. I don't know why I'm getting. I don't know if he's saying that song, or is that possibly White Snake? I don't know. Okay, I'm getting snake in the grass. So maybe somebody appeared a certain way, and it turns out that they were kind of controlling or manipulative. I don't know. And so it's made you kind of withdraw. So be careful of like withdrawing too much. Once bit, twice shy. Okay, that means something to somebody. So, I don't know. One of my guides likes to give me songs or lyrics, and that's what I got. Okay, so, but what I feel is that by dealing, and I think by going within, which I think is very healthy to do, and kind of sorting out, and what's going to help you is to turn this back around. This is a growth period for you, especially in February. And once you start to kind of know that you can do things and handle things on your own, if in case you don't feel like you can, I feel like you can. And it could just be that, maybe if you did just have a breakup or you're going through one and somebody's trying to come in, that you're still not over it. And that's why this is in the challenge to, position. You're sad. It's there's some sadness going on here. But by going within and setting boundaries, that, it's finding that happy balance. It's not just running and jumping off a cliff here. I mean, it's kind of being guarded, but in a more balanced way. Now with the Emperor in reverse, male or female, but it is coming across here as the Emperor, but there's some indecisiveness. There's some, like you're weighing the pros and the cons about a situation regarding love. But with this outcome, I feel like there's going to be movement. There's going to be changes, regenerating, getting, healing, getting your strength back, your emotional strength. And it could also be that, you are more in this feeling where, you possibly are somehow free and maybe free of some person that could be a bit tyrannical or illogical or, controlling, like I said earlier. And it could also be that, that they're not happy. Because when I look at it this way, it's, it's like you are almost happy to be free or out of a situation so that you can move on and you can take a risk and you can start something new. And maybe they're not very happy about that. That, that you're going to be very successful and, that you have the courage and to take a chance or to take a risk. And maybe somebody around you is not happy about that. Sometimes the Emperor can also come across as a father figure or grandfather or and maybe somebody is a little bit disapproving. Maybe you meet somebody new in February and they're a little, I don't know, when I look at this, I just, I feel like they're kind of out there. I mean, if you look at the outfit and I don't know. I kind of also see him as like Romeo and Juliet, but I feel like there may be somebody that's not really happy with whom you've chosen or who's chosen, that you've chosen each other. And so like I said, the 4 can represent family. So maybe someone in the family is not very happy and that's why the sun is in the challenge position. But I think that things from what I'm seeing here, you have to make your choice. You have to do what you can't spend your life pleasing everybody. That's just not how life works. Um, I guess there are people that do try and please everybody and then they end up being very unhappy. And maybe that's why this is here in the challenge position. So, but I do feel, if there are some difficulties in a relationship, or if you are married and somebody's a bit kind of, you're more of the carefree person and they're more of the tyrannical or demanding. I'm getting that there's, I'm picking up alcohol. So there could be something where somebody may be affected, or a relationship or a marriage is being affected by alcohol. That may be one of the issues that's going on. But I think that if the person is willing to, obviously it takes two to tango. It takes two people to make a relationship work. If they can get out of their unstick themselves, and this may not even be involving alcohol. It is for somebody, but for others, I feel like it's more of they may be challenged on expressing themselves in an emotional way. They're not really in touch with their feelings. Like, you're the one that's really in touch with your feelings and they're not. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you're a bit out of touch and they're very much in touch, and, it's going to take some, work, to kind of find that happy medium. But I feel like you can, if you both really want it. For others, I feel like where you stand, and you're, could be that, you want your freedom. You're ready to start new again. You're ready to get out there, go out, and enjoy, travel, see people, be out in the open, restaurants, galleries, whatever, and you're ready to go, and you may be meeting somebody in February. So let's see if there's anything else that I feel like could also be that there is somebody traveling. You could be traveling abroad. You could be traveling or taking a vacation. And you meet somebody. I think I may have said that earlier. I apologize if I'm repeating myself. So, okay. I'm getting something with the falls. I don't know if this is like Niagara Falls or something with falls. Well, if you fall, you get back up again. But I feel like there's something near the water. Something falls that maybe someplace has some meaning or someone's going to.